Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Dragon's Lair. My name is Brent. Today we're coming back with another movie haul of mine. This is just DVDs or Blu-rays. I don't think there's any VHS in here this time. But this is just stuff I found from going to yard sales or thrifting, whatever. If you don't know, I am a hardcore physical media collector, whether it's comic books, CDs, video games, movies, whatever. And I don't necessarily go after everything that's hard copy. I don't go crazy over cassette tapes like I used to, or VHS tapes. Some of them I do. Some of them are kind of nostalgic for me. But I do like DVDs and Blu-rays, so I do look for that stuff on the cheap. And I take advantage of it any way I can get it. Whether it's yard sales, whatever. Sometimes I just make bulk offers and whatever. But I've been doing a lot of mostly shopping for like TV shows, if I could talk right, TV series and stuff like that. But we're just going to get into this. I don't want to drag this out too long. But we're going to start off with the yard sale score, which I still have a sticker on, and I actually messed up at this yard sale. They had seasons 1 through 11 or 12. I think it was 11 of The Simpsons. And I know I had the first 4 seasons on DVD. And I'm sitting there looking at them, and one of them was in one of them like face cases, which I hate them because you can't really stack them on a shelf or anything. And that was season 6. So I decided, well, I know I got one of them, and I'm pretty sure it's the same one. So I passed on it, and it was season 6 that I passed on. Well, I didn't have season 6. I had season 8 in one of those face like clamshell type things. So actually, I should have picked up 6 so I could at least watch it, because I haven't seen 6 since I was probably a kid. Which I watched probably the first like 10 or 12 seasons of this, in my younger years. But I haven't seen anything after that really. But like I said, I already had season 1 through 4, but these were $2 a piece. So we got season 5 of The Simpsons, one of my favorite shows as a kid. And then we got season 7. Like I said, I screwed the pooch on that one. We got season 8. Of course, my dogs are going to bark. Season 9. Season 10. And we got season 11. A little crusty action there. So I was pretty happy to get those. But like I said, I messed up and I did not get season 6, which was kind of a bummer. But anyways, we're just going to keep going through all this. Which some of these, like I paid like $5 for at NTCH. It's Northern Tier Children's something. I don't know. It's a thrift store for kids in need, I guess. But a show I've never watched any of, but I think I've got all the seasons now. We got season 1 of Game of Thrones, which of course is a nice little $5 price tag if you can see it on there. I've never watched Game of Thrones. I do have somewhere. I have season 2 here too. But we got that. Like I said, I've never watched it. It's on my to-watch list. Which none of this stuff, most of the stuff I'm showing you, I haven't even watched yet. Some of it I have, but most I haven't. Next up, we got a show I've never heard before, and that is Numbers. We got season 2. I've never heard of it. And I don't remember what I paid. I think I paid $3 at Goodwill for these ones. We also got the final season. I don't know how many seasons there are. But I got season 2 and the final season for, I think, $3 a piece, I believe is what it was. I'm going to set these on the floor. And we also got a copy of CSI Miami, the final season. This is still sealed for $3 at Goodwill. Can't complain there. I absolutely love this show. I've only seen the first 4 seasons now because that's all I have. I have first 4. I don't have 5. I think 5 and 6 I'm missing. Or however many there are. But I do have the final season now. I will probably wait to watch that until I get, the other seasons. We also picked up Arrow Season 2. This was a show we were watching on Netflix with my son. And we watched like the first season, then he went and watched everything after that without us. So we just kind of gave up on it. Which I paid $4 for this. I believe this was at NTCH. And of course, here's the other Game of Thrones. I think there was a slip cover that went over this, but I was missing the slip cover. but I paid, I believe, $1.50 for this on a Goodwill clearance sale, so I didn't pay a lot for it. So I can handle not having that slip sleeve on there. Next up, we have another Goodwill score. I think this was $3. It was iZombie Season 2. I don't know how many seasons of iZombie there is. I know I watched the first season. I do like a lot of your zombie shows, as long as they don't get too repetitive. Like Walking Dead, it just seemed like, I don't know, it was cool for like 8 or 9 seasons, but it just kind of got repetitive and I got bored with it. Not saying I wouldn't go back and watch the seasons I've missed, because I probably would get back into it now. But this is definitely, it was an interesting show where, if I remember right, she was like worked in a morgue. She got bit, and as long as she kept eating brains, she didn't turn into a full-blown zombie. She could still function. She just had to eat brains. And working in a morgue, she had all the brains she wanted. But that's the second season of that. I have no idea how many seasons there are of that. Alright, next up, and I think I'm missing one of these seasons. I don't know where I put it, but I believe I got 2 of these. But this is Justified, the complete second season. I paid $3 for this. I got this down to a flea market. I can't think of the name of it. I know the name of it too, but I can't think of it. But it was like $3 in there. And we also got The Americans, the first season. I watched a little bit of this at work on TV when we used to have a TV in the break room. I don't remember much about it. I think it was basically like KGB people, they just raised them as like Americans and threw them in as spies. Pretty cool either way. Look forward to watching it. We also got, I think the next 2 were at the same place. These were at the same flea market, which I can't think of it. It's down in Lewisburg. It's not the silver dollar or silver moon, whatever it is. It's the other one. Street of Shops, that's what it is. Street of Shops. I knew I'd think of it eventually. But this is Fringe, the complete first season. I have never seen Fringe. I do have season 2 of it, so now I have season 1 too. So that is something I will check out. And I also got season 1 of NYPD Blue. Another one I've never watched. All those were $3 a piece. And I can't remember if I got this there or not. I might have got this there, but this is season 5 of The Office, which I've never been a huge Office fan. I don't know. Some of the episodes are pretty good. I think my brother and his wife are big into it, but I just never got into it that much. Anyways, on to some more Goodwill scores. These were, I believe, all but the one. We do have a Blu-ray here. This was $2. These are Goodwill 50% off sale. Their Blu-rays are $4 up here. But this is episode 1, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith, all on Blu-ray. So we got the very first, well, not the very first 3, but the 3 of the 90s of Star Wars, which I am a big Star Wars nerd, so that is pretty cool to have that. That was $2. And these next 4 were all $1.50 a piece. On 50% off clearance day, we got a movie I never heard of, The Adventures of Mickey Matson and the Copperhead Treasure. Definitely something that I wanted to check out. It's got Ernie Hudson in it. It's got Christopher Lloyd. Gotta love Christopher Lloyd. And I like more like, I don't say I like a lot of teenager shows, but shows that are more geared towards teenagers, I guess you could say, or young teenagers, tend to be a lot more family friendly. And I would prefer to watch stuff that's family friendly. I don't really need to hear people dropping F-bombs every other word out of their mouth. And, that's just me. But anyways, we also got Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. Little cartoon action. Cool on the back. $1.50, you can't complain. And then we also got Hulk versus Wolverine, Hulk versus Thor. And this is a nice little lenticular cover. Very cool. I think you can see it moving there. Cool little cartoon. $1.50. I haven't watched it yet, but anyways, it's definitely worth watching or picking up at least. It's got Hulk, it's got Wolverine. I'm not going to complain. And then we also got this. It's past Christmas. Here it is. It's February. But I was so happy when I found this. This is my favorite version of A Christmas Carol. This is the Patrick Stewart Christmas Carol, which I believe, I want to say this was like a TNT Yeah, TNT original. So this is a made-for-TV movie. If you've never seen Patrick Stewart and the Christmas Carol, go check it out. It's definitely my favorite Christmas Carol, or my version of a Christmas Carol. So I was super happy to find that, especially for $1.50. So can't complain. Then I also got these next two. It's the Big Bang Theory season 9 and season 10, which they actually have like a, I don't know if you can see it, a $7.99 price tag on there. And I found both of these in the Mansfield Goodwill, Mansfield, PA Goodwill, and it was 50% off day. And I was like, well, $4 a season ain't too bad. So I picked them up, and I got up there, and the girl just rung them up as DVDs, $1.50 a piece. So I actually got both these for $1.50. So that is pretty cool. Definitely like the Big Bang Theory. Next up, this is a little, I had this in my Christmas haul, but this is Fallout Season 1. My son got this for me for Christmas. I don't buy a lot of brand new movies, but, you know, I just don't see paying the price. You know, go thrifting long enough, you'll find it, or yard sale, and somebody will have it. They'll give it to you still sealed. They paid $20, and $3-4 it's yours, you know. But very, very cool. I am a huge Fallout fan. Love the video games. Love the TV show. So I highly recommend watching Fallout. They just finished season 2. So you can watch the first 2 seasons if you go on Amazon Prime. Highly recommend that. You won't, if you like Fallout, the video game, you won't be disappointed. Anyways, we got MacGyver seasons 1 through 4. This was a $3 score at Goodwill, which I don't watch a lot of these old shows. I love MacGyver as a kid. Who didn't? You know, but when I saw seasons 1 through 4 for $3, you know, why not? You know, someday when I'm bored or something like that, I'll just pull it out and revisit it. And on to the next little stack here. These ones I all paid $5 a piece for, which this is a show my wife and I love, which I am missing a couple seasons, I believe, in there, so I can't watch them all in order, I don't think. But we're going to get into to see which seasons we got here. These were in order at one time, but I don't think they are. Maybe I do have all of them and I can start watching this. I don't know. Oh, let's see what order we got. We got 12, we got 11, 13, 14, final, 7, 10. I might be missing a couple of them. They might have fell down out in the living room and I didn't realize it. Or maybe I already had them. I might have already had them and that's why I didn't pick them up. But we have CSI, which is Crime Scene Investigation. These were, I believe, all. Well, this one was a Goodwill one, so this one was $3. Crazy to think how much somebody paid for these at one time. And that was season 7. This one is season 10. This was $5. I paid $5 for these at NTCH. We got season 11. We got season 12, season 13, we got 14, and we got the final season, which I believe is season 15. So I think I have all the CSI. If not, it's only missing like one season in there. So it's just on my look for list. I got a list in my wallet so that way I know what I got. Anyways, next up we have The Closer, the complete 5th season. Still sealed. This was a $3 score at Goodwill, which I now have the first 5 seasons. I believe there's 8, which this actually went into another show, Major Crimes maybe, or something like that. It takes place in LA, but a very, very cool show. Wife and I like it. We dig it. Next up, we have Criminal Minds Season 10. Very, very cool show. I got the first 9 seasons of it at a yard sale for like $25 a few years ago. But that's where we stopped. We watched all 9 seasons of it, loved it. We also got Season 11. And we got Season 12. And I paid $5 a piece for these at NTCH. which, you know, $5 is probably more than I really want to pay. I'd love to get them for like $3, but at $5 a piece, I am not gonna complain. See what else we got here. Oh, that's not supposed to be in there. Alright, these next two are a yard sale score. We got the Muppet Christmas movie, which I didn't even realize this was a movie they did like late 90s, early 2000s, I believe. It's somewhere in there. It was an okay movie. I wouldn't go crazy over it. I don't know if I'd even watch it again. But this was a yard sale score for $1 last summer. And we also got How to Train Your Dragon 2, still sealed, for $1. Somebody paid $5 for it, and I think it was $1. It was either $1 or 2 for $1, something like that. So either way, I didn't pay very much. And we're on to the last three here, which I bought this just before Christmas. I wanted to watch it, and I never got around to it. I've never seen it. This is The Holiday. Picked it up because of Jack Black. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I'm guessing it's more of a Christmas movie, but I don't know. I thought it was a Christmas movie or related to a Christmas movie. I'm not sure if it is or not, but, you know, I wanted to watch it before Christmas and I never got around to it, but it is what it is. And here's another Goodwill score for $3. This is the 100. This is the complete 4th season, still sealed, which I can't remember. I know we started watching 100, and somewhere around season 3 or 4 we quit. I don't know. We shut our Netflix off somewhere in there, so I don't remember exactly where, but somewhere in there we had shut our Netflix off. So I don't even know if I've seen season 4 or not. I'd like to get the other seasons too. I think there's like 5 or 6 seasons of this. Cool show, cool concept, but, you know, after a while it was just kind of Kind of got bored with it, I guess you could say, around season 3 and 4. But anyways, on to the very last one. This was another Goodwill score. Sorry, these were all out of order. But this was another 50% off Goodwill sale. I think I had 3 or 4 of them since I did my last DVD video. But this is In Living Color Season 2, which how can you not love In Living Color? Little Jim Carrey action. We got David Alan Grier. Of course, my man Damon Wayans. Homie the Clown. Homie Don't Play That. Handyman. Absolutely loved this show back in the 90s. I think it was on every Sunday night or something like that, you know, and I couldn't wait to watch this on Fox. I believe it was on Fox. But every Sunday night, like 8, 9 o'clock, whatever, I always tuned into In Living Color because that was just top-notch comedy. So when I saw this for $1.50, I had to grab it. So I was pretty happy with that. But that's my overall score. This is probably over the last 6, 7 months. I don't know. Not a huge score. I mean, not like some of these guys who score this many every week. But, you know, I don't... It's harder for me to score stuff like that because it's just whatever I find locally, I guess you could say. And I don't want to pay like an arm and a leg for some of this stuff. But that's all we got in this video. You know, I hope you guys liked something or saw something you thought was pretty cool. You know, like, comment, subscribe. It's all cool. It's all good. Thanks for watching, guys.